Alright, so in this video, we're going to be going over everything animations wise. But first, we're going to go over the stuff that's new. And then within the video, we're going to give you guys pretty much the best animations for jump shots, shot cream animations, dribble moves, dunk packages, anything that you can think of animation wise, no matter what height, no matter what build in this video. If you guys want more videos like this, just like the video, subscribe if you're new. That's all I ask. Let's hop into it. Alright, so we back with another new season to give you everything that's pretty much new in the season. Now, when it comes to current gen and next gen, there may be some subtle differences for like the rewards, but pretty much all in all, we're gonna go over pretty much everything. So we all know for the level 40, they gave you pretty much 2 really decent rewards where it comes to all those different little core badge elements you can do. And I guess at level 39, I guess you did it, but instead of getting you an extra badge this season, there's gonna be this. So a lot of people are seeing this as a W. I don't know if they're gonna see it as a W anymore, since you don't get an extra badge no more. You either gotta get one of these, and you're gonna have to be fine with that. That's gonna be interesting when the time comes. But yeah, there's no other way to get that. Now, if we can find an extra badge, that'll be interesting, but I'm not really seeing it. But let's go ahead and look around. So you get a season 3 suit, you get double XP, which is usual. NBA martial arts jacket is kind of hard, I can't lie. Flying magic carpet, I seen that when I was scrolling. That could be kind of hard depending on how they do it. So they do have a full martial arts outfit if you want to get it. Vibrant mohawk hairstyle, that is odd, I can't lie. Snowman costume for Christmas makes sense. Got a lot of Christmas stuff. I guess they got the reindeer, which they usually do. This pair of ski goggles is that's decent. That jetpack banner, that's decent, I can't lie. 4 NBA green releases, new shot meter. That's an interesting one. Oh, it meets in the middle, kind of like how the old like 15 and 16 ones do, but it's not the same exact type. And they got a new ball trail, which I really don't like from the last season. But let's get into the main thing that we came here for. Let's get here for the animations. So, with every new season, there's going to be new animations. So, I'm seeing a lot of stuff. We're not going to go over any of this stuff. We're just going to go over this, like, pretty much the main animation that you can really put on and stuff like that. So, for the jump shots, let's see if we can find the new jump shots. We're going to put on show all. See if any of this stuff is new. Trey Burke is now in the game. Was not in the game before. The only way you could use this jump shot was Allen Iverson. They actually put Trey Burke in the game. Let's see if we see anything else for season 3. Kevin Garnett now in the game. A new jump shot for the 6'10" and up. If you're a big man, you now have another good jump shot. This looks really decent, I'm gonna be honest. Let's see if we see anything else. The last season, it was Devin Booker. That was a really decent new jump shot that they added. Seems like they added Trey Burke and KG, which actually looked pretty decent for the builds. Not seeing anything. Still not seeing anything. It wasn't that many that it was added last season, so I'm not really expecting too much new stuff for jump shots. But they actually added like new jump shots, new dunks, pretty much everything. So we're gonna look at everything real quick. And yeah, that's pretty much the jump shots. Alright, so they pretty much added no new free throw. Let's see if they added anything for the layups. They didn't add anything for the layups. Dunks. See if they added any new dunks. They gave us Latrell Sprewell. Latrell Sprewell is a new dunk package you can get for this season. Last season it was Devin Booker, pretty much everything that was new. Anything for the dribble pull-ups. Devin Booker now has a dribble pull-up. That's for season 3. Oh, that one looked kind of nice. That fade looked decent. You can use this for pretty much any build that's under 6'10". And that's about it. Spin jumpers, I doubt it. Hop jumpers. Devin Booker has a hop jumper now, so that's interesting. Nobody else. Post fades, anything. Donovan Mitchell has a post fade now. Post hooks. Vucevic has a post hook now. Post hop shot, nothing new. Let's get to the main thing that usually gets the most stuff. The dribble moves. Any new dribble moves? Kobe Bryant dribble style is not in the game. I'm gonna be honest. I was trying to get screenshots. Kobe kind of be moving. This might be good. I'm gonna be honest. This might be good. You see that? It looked kind of like a speed glitch. I'm gonna be honest. That might be game breaking. A lot of people don't have that high speed ball that you can get. I'm gonna be honest. Kobe speed, like Kobe dribble style, might be game breaking. I'm gonna be completely honest. Kobe dribble style kind of reminded me of a speed glitch when I was testing out his, like trying to get screenshots. Kobe's might be crazy. I'm not gonna put it in this video for video purposes, but I'm gonna be honest. When I get done testing anything and it come out, it may be the best in the game. I'm gonna say that. Dwayne Wade got a new signature size up. It was somebody else up here. Who was it? Luka Doncic has a new size up. That actually should be decent. I'm gonna be honest. Size up escape. I'm hoping Trae Young, and we now got Trae Young. One of the best size up escape packages in the game has now been dropped, and we now have Trae Young, and you have to have a 92 plus ball handle. So if you were one of them people that wasn't making, you know what I'm saying? Bro, what the hell did I do? But yeah, if you were one of those people that was making the 92 plus ball handle builds, the 92 plus speed of ball builds, you was going for a 75 speed of ball, like a lot of people was, just to be able to get the bare minimum, not really worrying about what dropped in the future. We got a lot of new stuff that's dropped already. Let's look at the crossovers. Anything for the crossovers? Chris Paul dropped. That's Chris Paul last year was one of the best in the game, so it's back now. No new moving minor backs. Doesn't seem like there's gonna be any more spins. No new hesitations. It seems like there's going to be a new step back. Jimmy Butler is now in the game. If you remember last year, Jimmy Butler had pretty much the best moving step back in the game because you could do it and just keep speed boosting into it and stuff like that. That'll be interesting this year with the adrenaline boost, I'm going to be honest. Stephen Curry triple threat style is now in the game. Is there any new pass styles and stuff like that? Dude invited me to squad. That's flashy passes. Pass styles. Okay, so no, not really. And yeah, that's pretty much all the stuff that we can see right here. I guess we can go to the dunk style creator. Let's load it up. Pretty sure the only thing that's gonna be new is Latrell Sprewell. They're not gonna add like new content dunks or nothing like that mid-year. And no, they didn't. So yeah, that's pretty much everything that's new for the season animations wise. I'm not gonna try to force y'all into trying to believe that something I didn't test is the best, but I do think that Kobe dribble style is gonna probably be the best. Trae Young signature, that size of escape package, I think that's gonna be the best, but we're gonna give it a little time before we try to force y'all into it. So yeah, so I was checking my analytics. Even with 100K, we still have 80% of you guys not subscribed. I don't know what else I gotta do. Now, if you guys want to get more in touch with me, you can join the Discord. But how you watching my videos and not subscribe? Subscribe! It's that simple. Alright, so when it comes to the jump shots, we're going to go in order from 6'4" and below to 6'5" to 6'9" to 6'10" and above. Actually, we might go in order of importance. So we're going to do the guards first, and we're going to end off with what y'all probably want the most last. So when it comes to the best jump shots for like the guards, which I would say is the 6'4" and below, I would say the best jump shot all around is LaMelo Ball. Now, LaMelo Ball is the best jump shot all around because it takes the least to get it for all the best jump shots for guards, and it's the fastest one. And we all know how speed is on 2K, speed kills. But if you actually want the actual best jump shot in the game, you would go with Stephen Curry. Stephen Curry is auto. Stephen Curry been hooping in real life. You finally use his jump shot on the game, it's gonna be the best jump shot in the game. Now, let's go ahead and show you guys the releases I would go with. Now, what I've been doing on my 6'5" to 6'9" builds of late, I've been going with Oscar as a secondary. So I'm gonna do that as well on here. I feel like Oscar as a secondary is just really good. Now, just putting Oscar as a secondary does that much, and it's just 50-50. Now, we speed this up, it's gonna do even more. Now, we're gonna blend this more here either way. So that's just to show you guys how crazy John Wall is with this jump shot. But when it comes to the release one, it's a lot of releases you can go with that are really good. My favorite one that I like to go with that is the most consistent is Stephen Curry. Pretty obvious why. Really does a lot for you. And just going John Wall, Stephen Curry, Oscar is at 81 3-point rating. So, and that's really with it being more blended to Oscar. I'm pretty sure if I did it like this, it would go even, it goes lower. I'm surprised by that, to be honest. But yeah, you can get all these A pluses depending on how you do it. You know what I'm saying? So that's another thing. But another good one is Matt Thomas, but there's really no other noteworthy. It's pretty much a lot of the stuff in the same area. It really depends on what you rather for your sync. I think as long as you have Oscar Robertson, you should be fine no matter what. All right, and last but not least, man, when it comes to the bigs. Now, for the bigs, for all my bigs out there, I had to pretty much remake all my builds. So I don't have my big anymore, but I did make a brand new build, which is gonna be really game breaking when I drop the video for it. But I don't have it upgraded yet. So I'm gonna give y'all the best big. So, but if y'all see it's locked, that just means that I just don't have my build upgraded to the point to be able to have that. If that makes sense. I don't want people to be confused, be like, why you don't? It's just that simple. So bear with me. Now, when it comes to the bigs, my favorite jump shots in the game for a big is Bielisa. When I went over the 6'5" to 6'9", when I set the best spot up, I said my favorite spot up jump shot was Bielisa. More on the bigs. Now, when it comes to what I see people use, and they seem to be crazy with it, Chris Bosh. Chris Bosh is one of, if not the most consistent jump shot as a big. Now, some underrated ones that you can use for bigs is Kevin Durant, Larry Bird, but to me personally, those are just too slow. Chris Bosh, I can get behind because it's like in the middle of slow, in the middle of just being, I feel like it's just normal speed. It's not in the middle of normal speed, it's just normal speed. I feel like Bielisa is more towards like faster. Brissett is another good one, but I'm not really a big Brissett guy. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people in my comments be like Brissett, but no, I'm not a big Brissett guy. When I tested all the jump shots, I didn't really like it. Chris Bosh, you can notice how, like all the A+ grades actually working. Brissett, I'm just not. It just doesn't. It's not for me. It's just not for me. When it comes to releases though, we gonna end up going with pretty much. I think Olynyk is a really good release if you just want to make your jump shot like extremely fast. If I can find Olynyk, oh, can I spell? There it is. All right, Olynyk. So Olynyk is really fast. It's like an instant. It's literally like an instant. But if you guys want some great jump shot, like just to have like the best stats possible, Tim Duncan, really good. If you go with a Tim Duncan, what's it called? It's just gonna make it a lot better. It's just that simple. It's not gonna actually speed it up for real, but it's gonna make it a lot better. In my opinion, I would say you really kind of want to go with a Tim Duncan. I think you want to go with a Kelly Olynyk because Kelly Olynyk is kind of like the Oscar for the bigs when it comes to like the fact that it makes it so much faster. But if you don't want to go with Tim Duncan as your other release, another good one is Kevin Love. Kevin Love is another good release. If you go with Kevin Love, it's gonna be still really fast. And then the last one I would probably recommend is Dirk Nowitzki. Dirk Nowitzki, in my opinion, is probably the best out of all the secondary releases when it comes to release 2s for the bigs, and it's pretty much that simple. Now, when it comes to the bigs, don't really got a lot to give y'all because it's not really much for y'all. It's just kind of that simple. Because at the end of the day, bigs, like all the time, just really wasn't the craziest shooters. They just kind of make their releases really good. But like most of these bigs are just gonna be really too slow for me to really even recommend, even if they're really good. So yeah, that's gonna be pretty much it. If you're a big, you also do get to use like Kevin Durant, I believe, and Bird, depending on how high your rating is. This build just doesn't get it because it only goes up to an 83 3 ball. Just that simple. All right, and now for the 6'5" to 6'9". Now when it comes to the best jump shots for the 6'5" to 6'9", it's really easy for me. Nothing really close to me in this entire game to being as good as this jump shot. And it's Kyle Kuzma. Now, the reason why I make a lot of my builds 6'5" to 6'9", because you can't get jump shots on all the different builds. Kyle Kuzma is by far my favorite jump shot in the game. Now, does this mean it's gonna be the best jump shot for you? No. But for me, it's easily the best jump shot. Like Kyle Kuzma with any releases is good in my opinion. Like the base is just too good. I've gotten too good at timing it no matter how, if you get the fast release, if you get the slow release, I've gotten too good at timing it to the fact that I don't even have to play the game for a month and I'll still be able to come back to 2K and be able to green up. It's that simple. Now, if we're not talking about Kyle Kuzma as the best one, a good alternative again would be LaMelo Ball. That's another thing that makes these 6'5" to 6'9" really good, because you also do get LaMelo Ball, which is probably arguably the best jump shot in the game for a lot of people. Whenever I do polls, people say this is their favorite jump shot in the game. It's understandably so. A lot of people use it whether you have a 99 3-point rating build or a low 3-point rating build, so it's really good. So yeah, LaMelo Ball is really good. All right, so off the rip is gonna be the dribble styles, and I'm gonna give y'all the dress dribble styles no matter what build you are on. So when it comes to the guards, in my opinion, the best dribble style is Stephen Curry. But what everybody uses is Chris Paul. So if you want what I believe is the best one, go with Steph Curry. If you want pretty much the most popular one, go with Chris Paul. Some other decent ones, Damian Lillard. I like Damian Lillard because it's good for change of direction. It's pretty much shifty, if you want to think of it like that. And it's supposed to take a lot more ankles. But if you want to like be able to go a certain way and speed boost like that every single time, it's not like that. You gotta be able to, you gotta know how to speed boost with it. If you want to be able to speed boost with it like you do with all the other dribble styles, it's just different. But you do get really fast speed boosts with it. Now, when it comes to the 6'4" or 6'5" to 6'9", everybody uses Michael Jordan. If you don't get Michael Jordan, pretty much you're gonna go with Pro. Somebody asked me what's the difference between Michael Jordan and Zach LaVine. Michael Jordan is pretty much the fastest one. Zach LaVine is pretty much for like 300. If you want a 300, Zach LaVine is good. But if you want to ever run on it, you will notice a significant drop off. Like you will notice speed with ball making a huge difference on a dribble style like Zach LaVine. Like if you're one of those builds that didn't put your speed with ball up, you will notice how slow you are after like that the first burst. It's just a fact. So yeah, those are pretty much what I think are the best dribble styles. I think some underrated ones for like being able to not get dripped are like Steve Nash and Magic Johnson. But yeah, those are the dribble styles I would probably say. Pro is probably the one I would use if I'm a big or like a 6'5" to 6'9" that doesn't get like the Michael Jordan, because that's what I've used. I haven't even really used Michael Jordan that much. Only one I use Michael Jordan on is my 6'8". So yeah, that's ones I would probably recommend when it comes to the dribble styles. Next is the signature size up. Signature size up is a lot to go for. So when you're a guard, in my opinion, the best ones is you can go with Steve Francis or Trae Young. Trae Young, you need a 92 ball handle. For Steve Francis, what do you need? I think it is an 85. Yeah, you need an 85. So those are the ones I would probably recommend if you're that. De'Aaron Fox is another good one, but you can use this if you're 6'5" and 6'9" as well. Now, for more on 6'5" to 6'9", I think Tracy McGrady is the best one. That's for 85 plus, but if you don't get that, you can go with Cade Cunningham as well. If you don't get De'Aaron Fox, I would say it would go for 6'5" to 6'9", you would go Tracy McGrady. If you don't get Tracy McGrady, you go De'Aaron Fox. If you don't get De'Aaron Fox, you go Cade Cunningham. If you don't get even Cade Cunningham, you probably got to go all the way down here to like a Jalen Suggs. But even if you don't get Cade Cunningham, you're not getting Jalen Suggs either. So, yeah, that's going to be kind of just tough for you. I'm going to be honest. Now, another decent one that I like is Kyrie, but you kind of have to be a dribbler. So, I really wouldn't recommend that for like the regular people. If you are taller, though, I'm gonna be honest, if you are above 6'10", like a big, it's only so many you really got. I guess Ben Simmons. If it's on here, I've definitely tested it. Kawhi Leonard. And I guess Pro. Those would be the three I would probably have to recommend y'all. Now, that's even depending on if you even have a 75 ball handle on your 6'10" and up. So, yeah, good luck on that one. I ain't gonna lie. Now, size of escape packages. Kevin Durant, I tried it. It's alright. It's not really too crazy. I feel like people overhyping it. It has a better hot back than the John Wall, but I think John Wall is still better for crabs. It's good. It's probably the second best one for crab, but nah. Like if you have a low like ball handle rating, nah. I think Dame Lillard is still the best one for like in the game. Dame Lillard right now is the best one in the game. If you want to have the LeBron hot back, but you can't really afford that Dame Lillard one, just go with LeBron. Kyrie also has the LeBron hot back, but again, this is really more for dribblers. If you're not a dribbler, don't throw this on. You're not gonna be able to use it. But yeah, those are the best size of escape packages in my opinion in the game. Paul George is another one people use, but I feel like if you have the option to run John Wall or Paul George, go with John Wall. Next is the moving crossover. These aren't really as like, you know what I'm saying, like. I guess bigs, you can't use Lonzo or James Harden, but pretty much guards and wings can use Lonzo Ball and James Harden. These are the two best ones because they're the fastest. Now, if you want the actual best crossover or between the legs, go with LeBron James or Michael Jordan. One of these is for tween, one of these is for crossover, and then Jason Williams is the one I'm using on this build, but that's because I was testing it. I'm not actually going to use that. I'm not going to lie. Next is behind the back. Best behind the back in the game, in my opinion, is hands down Damian Lillard. If you want that the fast behind the back,
I believe it's Steph. No, it's not Steph. It's Steph Curry. I was gonna say I believe it's Trae Young, but yeah, it's definitely Steph Curry. People use this Kyrie. No, not this Kyrie. People use this Zach LaVine. It's either Zach LaVine or Allen Iverson that people use if they're like 6'5" to 6'9". I don't really like those. I like pro. If I'm using the 6'5" to 6'9", I use pro. If I'm using a big, I'm using pro. It's just that simple. I don't. These are just too easy to rip. And on this game where it's so easy to get ripped, you can't use stuff that get ripped. So I don't use. Next, move and spin. The best move and spin in the game is easily the basic spin. This is the best one for spin backs, but you can do spin backs in all of these. It just has more stuff you can trigger spin backs out of and more spin backs in just that one spin back, I guess you can say. But yeah, Kevin Durant, Penny, LeBron, Steve Nash are all good ones. I think they even added Towns, but yeah, in my opinion, the best one is basic because of the spin backs. Next is the moving hesitation. Hesitations are really good on this game, in my opinion. Very underrated moves you can do in this game, and I would say Luka Doncic is the best one because they have the glitchy hesitation. It's just that simple. Next is the moving step back. When it comes to moving step back, obviously the best one, the one that everybody uses is Luka. I think James Harden has an underrated one as well, but Luka is the best one in the game, hands down. You can just do too much out of it. You can pretty much shoot regular jump shots off of it as well. And last but not least, the best triple threat style. One of the most underrated things in the entire game. It has a lot of animation you can trigger off of it. It got rhythm dribbles, it got escape moves in pretty much any direction, all type of jab steps, all type of stuff in this animation package, and I would say hands down is Michael Jordan. All right, so for my dunk packages, what I use, I got one for best, which is pretty much like the one I regularly use, and then I have one for safe for if I'm playing like comp. So if I'm in a stage playing pro-am, I'm gonna use the safe one. But today we just gonna be going over the best, and this is gonna go over pretty much everything that I pretty much have bought and everything I really use. So when it comes to the best dunk package in the game, everybody knows it's quick drops off one. Quick drops off one is the meta. All you need to have it is an 80 driving dunk. On current gen, I don't think you need a vertical, but on next gen you need an 80 driving dunk, and yes, vertical. And yes, this video is for both current gen and next gen. I know people gonna be asking that somehow, some way. I will be hopping on current gen very, very soon for y'all boys on PlayStation for subsessions and stuff like that. So if you guys are interested in stuff like that, just let me know. But for the two-hand dunks, hands for safety, quick drops off one, easily the best one in the game. Now for the best one, for the one-hand dunk packages, my opinion is straight off tomahawks. This is gonna be the best one for limitless takeoff. The reason why quick drops off one is the best is because of limitless takeoff, but also it has the safest and the fastest dunks. But when you put it alongside limitless takeoff, you will dunk from even further out, and there'll still be the safest and the fastest dunks. Now, if you want to have a good one for one hands, I like a good one hand because sometimes you need to go up with the right or left. Now, I'm gonna be honest, 9 out of 10, it's safer to go with two hands, but for the situation that it does help, the straight on tomahawks is the best one in the game. And it's one particular animation that you get a lot more when you have what is it called, limitless takeoff, than others. Now me, what I use my straight on tomahawks for, I use an NBA player, and I use Russell Westbrook. Russell Westbrook has that dunk animation in its package, but the reason why I use Russell Westbrook instead is because he has a two-hand that I like, it's really fast, and LeBron James also has a really good one, but it's not that exact same animation, but it is like a cock back. He cocks it back a little bit more, so it kind of does get blocked more. So if you don't want to go with the one that gets blocked more, don't go with the LeBron. Go with the Russell Westbrook or the straight on tomahawks. But if you just want the actual package that has it, then just go with straight on tomahawks. It's just pretty much that simple. Now, when it comes to flashy dunks, if you don't know, when it comes to flashy dunks on this game, flashy dunks actually give you an added bonus to your takeover. So if you want to do flashy dunks to get even more to your takeover, and we all know the blocking frequency isn't the highest rate on this game, so you can actually get away with doing it a lot. Go with, I would say, Michael Jordan, Vince Carter. Now, if you're playing park, you got a lot of these park dunks that you can really use. Honestly, the favorite one I like is Jordan Sutherland. But if you want to put on any of these, I'm going to be honest, they're all really nice and they all have a lot of new animations. And honestly, I do need to do another video going over all the requirements and stuff like that. But yeah, I'm telling you, bro, Jordan Sutherland, if you want to put on a park dunk to get even more flashy points towards your takeover, do it by all means. You can have fun with these park dunks this year. I'm telling you, there's a lot of new animations in all these animation packages. It's that simple. Now, when it comes to the contact dunks, I tell y'all this time and time again, you put on as many packages as possible if you want more contact dunks, because the way it works is the more packages you have. Some of these joints have up to like 10 minutes worth of animations for different situations. That would be Pro. Pro has the most every single time, and that's the easiest one to get. Small, if you want small, you have to be 86 driving dunk, 85 vertical with 6'5" and under. So you have to be under 6'5". You can't be 6'5", and you have to have an 85 vertical. Now, I'm not sure if that's how it is on current gen, but it actually has been that vertical on next gen for a couple now. And elite, you have to have a whole 92, which is actually possible for current gen now. So yeah, I'm pretty sure current gen, y'all don't have those vertical requirements. But the one I like to put on, what I like to do, I like to just run elite and have the craziest animation every single time I go for a contact dunk. Why? Because you have a dunk meter. You don't even have to worry about getting as many contact dunks animations in your packages as possible, because when you have meter, you're just gonna get a contact dunk animation or just dunk it every single time. It's gonna give you the best thing possible. Now, there's other ways you can also get the flashiest dunk possible every single time, because they actually have that in the game, but it is a double throw, and if you don't really like doing that, then that just kind of is what it is. So yeah, that's what I would say about the contact dunks. When it comes to the alley-oops, now for all these alley-oops, it's different things. Now, park alley-oops, if you want to have even more flash, pizzazz to your alley to get extra stuff, I don't really feel it's necessary, but I'm gonna be honest, the park alley-oops are really nice, and even with these, they added a lot more new animations. I don't know if they added as many animations on current gen as they did next gen, because the contact dunk animations is way more contact dunk animations on next gen than it is current gen. I don't know why, but it just is what it is. But when it comes to each one of these alley-oops, if you put it on pro, that's really for like standing dunks. Honestly, I don't really like pro that much this year because it's so slow, and since you have to time it, if you're used to elite and Zion, it can literally throw off your timing because it's so much slower. I can't make it up. Like if you go from using elite and Zion for a long time and try to go to pro, it's a big difference. I'm just saying. Now, for that, you only need a 70 and a 30. Very easy to get. Now, for the elite, 85 and 60, pretty simple to get, especially with the new system. So elite, this is really for like flashy. Pretty much that simple. If you just want to have an excessive one every single time, which is why I said you don't really have to put on the park alley-oops, because as long as you get elite or Zion, when Zion is, you have to have an 87. It's not really a point, because almost all these animations are flashy, and they're going to count towards that takeover bonus that you get whenever you do a flashy dunk. Now, when it comes to the contact alley-oops, the contact alley-oops is not really the same thing as the other one, because what you want to do for the contact alley-oops, you want to put on as many as possible, because it's just not going to be nearly as frequent. So with that being said, yeah, you want to make sure that you put on as many packages as possible, because it's a lot more rare to get a contact alley-oop than it is to get a regular contact dunk, because you have less control. You have to have the person throw you the ball at the right time, and you have to have that be in the same right position, and the other person that you're trying to dunk on has to be in the right position for that certain situation. All right, next we're moving into the shot creator animations. Now, when it comes to shot creator animations, we got the dribble pull-ups, the hop jumpers, and the spin jumpers. Now, for the best hop jumpers in the game, the best one in the game for everybody is Trae Young. Trae Young is the best one because it creates the most space, it's the quickest one, and it's gonna pretty much get you the most open more consistently. That's why everybody pretty much uses Trae Young, but you only can use that if you're under 6'5". Now, what about the people that's 6'5" to 6'9"? I would say Michael Jordan is the best one, but if you guys want an alternative, you can also go with normal 2. My favorite one has been Michael Jordan, but if you want to use normal 2, it's also a really good one. The only thing I say about normal 2, the pull-up is disastrous bad. Like, it's so slow, I can't get with it. I love the fact that this year, like the dribble pull-ups, no matter if it's an NBA player or not, it's really very suited towards your custom jump shot or your regular jump shot, which is a W. All right, next is gonna be the spin jumper. Now, when it comes to the spin jumper, the best spin jumper in the game is Pro, normal, or Allen Iverson. Now, if you're big, you can go with Kevin Durant as well. You can go with normal, but yeah, I would go with Allen Iverson if you're a guard. I would go with Pro or normal. I think normal is really good. I would say it's arguably the best one in the game, but I've been using Pro a lot. But honestly, I don't even really use spin jumpers. I use it, like I said, to really get bailed out of, and that's what Pro is really good for. All right, next is the hop jumpers. Now, I'm gonna say this off the rip. For guards, y'all got it good, because y'all got the 2 best ones. Kyle Lowry, Allen Iverson, those are the 2 best ones in the game. If you want something a little bit more versatile, go with Trae Young. Trae Young has a crazy variety of animations within this one package. If you're 6'5" to 6'9", I use Harden, and I got it mastered, because if you don't know, to get Accelerator, you have to play a lot of micro games. You have to complete all these different quests. You gotta go all the way through the classic. And I'm not talking about current gen. I'm not talking about current gen. I'm not talking about current gen. Yes, these animations can be used on both current gen and next gen, but the grind for acceleration is extremely wild for next gen. But less on that, more on the animations. My bad, I got off topic. But yeah, James Harden is the one I've been using. Is actually green lights. I got really used to it because I have to play a lot of games, short story, and I like it a lot. I did at first like Zach LaVine more, but I've been using James Harden so much, and it creates so much inspiration a large percent of the time because everybody think you gonna rim run. I don't gotta do that. It's just a fact. Now, normal and pro are decent ones, but I would say James Harden or Zach LaVine is the one you need to go with. Now, if you are above 6'10" and you're a big man, I would say you're probably gonna have to just go with normal because pretty much all these are gonna be above. Now, you can go with Dirk Nowitzki, but do that. Hey, I ain't gonna lie. I actually played against some people in the 1v1 court that was going crazy with the Dirk into the corner. I can't lie. But I would just go with normal, me personally. All right, now it's gonna be pretty much the best layup packages. Now, there's a lot of layup packages. I gotta make a video going over everything for the layup package for y'all boys. I've been testing a lot of them. Y'all know every year I test every single layup package and then I make a video ranking every single layup package. I have yet to do that. Now, one thing I say about the layup packages this year, long athlete is going to be very popular, but it's not by far the best. There's a lot of layup packages you can go with. Now, the favorite ones that I've used so far, long athlete, default small, default swing. Those are layups you can get without doing anything. Now, why are those good? Because you can do the scoop layups. The scoop layups are very, very good, especially on default small. So yeah. Now, when it comes to layup packages like Circus, Jelly, Kyrie Irving, those are also really good again this year. Now, layup packages like Steph Curry, I have not got around to trying because if you know me, I've never been good with it, and I just haven't got around to trying it this year. But yeah, that's another one if you want to use it. A lot of people love that. But yeah, layup packages this year are going to be very interesting. I can't wait till I get done testing all of them. But the most underrated one this year is probably going to be John Wall. John Wall, I believe, when it's all said and done, is going to be the best all-around layup package. It has some circus. It got some long athlete. It got some Kyrie. It got a little bit of everything in its layup. And I really do think it could, when it's all said and done, be the best layup package in the game. All right, and for the post animations, it didn't really add much for y'all boys. You can throw on Kobe Fade. I got Pro 2 on because I just didn't change it. But on my big, I do use Kobe Fade. That's the MJ. That's the, come on, man. That's the Otto. Kobe, come on now. RIP Bean. All right, next is the post hook. I don't have this equipped as well, but on my big, I do use Joel Embiid. I don't really use post hooks. It's very toxic. If you throwing this on to be toxic, I'll be honest, 2K nerfed the mess out of y'all post scores, but I'm be honest, at the same time, they went crazy this year with how many different new animations they have in the post. It's actually crazy. It actually kind of takes skill this year to be a post scorer if you actually want to use skill. If that makes sense. But yeah, that's the post hook. And for the post up shot, we back with the Kobe RP Bean. And yeah, that's going to be pretty much the best post animations in the game. But yeah, that's going to be the end of this video. That's going to be pretty much the best animations in the NBA 2K23. We got a lot of new animations. And we got pretty much all the best animations that we pretty much already had in the game. If you guys want more videos, like the video, subscribe if you're new. Without further ado though, man, it's your boy Fitz. And that's it, man.
Tell them to bring me my money. Yeah!